My buddy was traveling through BC in his brand new Pete.
Come on out and be a movie star.
Minding his own business, the steady flow of traffic both sides of the highway, and all of a sudden this tire comes across, and you can see him try to move to miss the tire as it comes at him. Tire nails him. He had a bull catcher on the front of his truck.
That is a serious looking truck.
Still, in spite of that bull catcher, this tire did $10,000 damage to his brand new Pete. Now, because he had this footage, there's just no denying how this accident happened, and there's no denying that even though he tried to get out of the road, he just didn't have the room. The footage also shows the camper going the other direction. So when my friend called the police were able to go down the highway a little piece and find a guy installing a spare tire on his camper. So they know right away they've got the right guy here. Now, there's no denying, after watching that footage, two things. That the guy that owned the camper going the other direction was the instigator of this accident, and that the $10,000 damage done to my friend's truck here was absolutely, definitely caused by the flying tire off that guy's camper. The guy with the camper can't say, hey, my tire didn't hit anything. That guy already had the big dent in his truck. There's just no denying it when the police look at that footage. That same dash cam belonging to my buddy also caught the name and the license plate of the truck that tore the hood off his brand new Pete a few months earlier as it was coming out of the parking spot next to him in a truck stop. This guy's dash cam has saved my buddy tens and tens of thousands of dollars, and he hasn't had it a year yet. Dash cams have become a must-have for the professional commercial driver. Footage like that is absolutely invaluable, and the insurance companies just eat that stuff up because there's just no denying who's at fault there. Now, dash cams are getting to be something that you must have anymore to protect yourself in this world, because we're in a world where everybody sues everybody all the time for everything, whether it's your fault or not. When dash cams first came out, I remember I was on my way down to Texas. I stopped in West Memphis, Arkansas, picked up a dash cam right there at the Petro as soon as they came out. It wasn't a great dash cam. The warranty on it was a year. The thing lasted a year and 5 days, and then it puked out. But I knew after having that thing up there that it was going to be an invaluable tool, and I'd never be without one again. Recently, the good folks at Falcon sent me one of their dash cams to try out, and I really like it because it came with a secondary camera, and you can either use it to film the traffic running behind the truck or the trailer, or beside the truck, or you can use it if you want to film the driver, if that's your need. Now, when driver cams first came out, I was all against them because I thought that was just too big of a violation of the privacy of the driver. It didn't sit right with me. But I've got guys writing into me now saying, hey, you know, I would rather have a camera pointing at me so that in the event of an accident, that camera footage would prove that I wasn't doing anything wrong. It would prove that I wasn't talking on the cell phone or texting or watching a video. It would prove I was not guilty of distracted driving. And you know what? Those guys are absolutely right. It's a very valid point. These days, everybody will try to sue you for something that's not even your fault. The name of the game these days is to protect yourself. And these dash cams are going to become a fact of life. They should be a fact in your driving already if they're not already. Now, as I said, those driver cams, the problem I had with them was that I felt that they were a violation of privacy. However, if you own the dash cam rather than the company, and you've got it pointing at yourself, you own the footage. And there's no reason ever for the company to have to see it, yet you've still got it to save your butt in the event of an accident. So, yeah, not necessarily a company driver cam, but your own personal driver cam, I can see value in that all day long. Because you've got to be able to prove your innocence at any given time. It's not innocent till proven guilty anymore. It's guilty until you can prove that you're innocent. It's a sad state of affairs, but that's the way it is on the interstates these days. You've got to be able to protect yourself, especially if you're a commercial driver, because truck drivers are one of the favorite targets of the police and four-wheeler motorists if they're looking for someone to blame. I actually had a cop tell me one time that when in doubt, they charge the trucker. This guy actually said that to me, and I've never forgotten it. It's something you should take note of. The dash cam is an investment in you and your safety and your future in the trucking industry. Drive safe. Use a dash cam to prove that you're driving safe. And I will see you on the back haul.